What a Friday. That jobs number came out and the entire market went topsy-turvy. I also got to talk about what Warren Buffett has done. Is it a sign that something you and I should be paying attention to? But of course, let's remind you, if you are in school, you have an amazing opportunity to be a part of an accountability group today, I believe at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. The group is amazing. We actually have two accountability groups, depending on how your time goes, one on Wednesday evening and, of course, Sunday afternoon. Folks, get in these groups. Don't be a wallflower. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you're looking for. Get some other members to be a part of your group and go the same direction. So accountability groups really can be everything. So let's talk about Friday morning specifically. Obviously, Thursday, we got the announcement that Intel was laying off or cutting 15% of the workforce. They're looking to have a $10 billion cost reduction. They missed top line, bottom line, weak guidance. It was a horrible earnings call. That happened on Thursday. Then we roll into the jobs number, and it was bad. It was fugly. Estimates were for 185,000. Of course, remember the last several jobs numbers, we were coming in over, and then we had to get into the numbers and really realize they were kind of dirty numbers given part-time and things of that nature. But again, the expectations were for 185,000. It was also expected that the unemployment rate would stay flat. This one's important, right? The unemployment rate being flat would be breaking trend. If you don't remember, the last several months, we have been going up 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. And good news, this month we did not go up 0.1. Bad news, we went up 0.2. So not only did the jobs number come in light at 114,000, the unemployment rate shot up to 4.3. And if you don't remember, that means the SOM rule was triggered. Again, the SOM rule, by my calculations, came in at just over 0.5% or 0.53. And of course, it triggers at 0.5. Why is this important? Well, we've been talking about a recession for a long time. In fact, I have made some bad calls. I thought a recession would start last year. I am on record now saying that the recession either started in June or July. Might come to be that one's proven correct in 6 or 9 months. But weak jobs number, signs of a recession everywhere. Why? ISM Manufacturing. What is going on with the U.S. manufacturing industry? Well, I think it was Thursday, we got a reading of 46.8. It was expected to be 48.5. Just so you remember, anything below 50 in this particular metric is bad. So the lower the number, the worse it is. And again, it came in worse than expected at 46.8. So again, it's trending the wrong way. ISM Manufacturing, by my memory, has had 4 really negative numbers, meaning below 50. So it is not only bad, but getting worse. So bad jobs number. SOM rule triggered. A lot of people talking about the Fed now not only doing a quarter point in September, but a half. In fact, there is now, according to the Fed Watch tool, a 71, yes folks, 71% chance of a 50 basis point cut in September. In September, there is a 100% chance of a rate cut, a 71% chance of a 50. Now, of course, remember we have a CPI reading the week after next, PPI, then we get another jobs number, and we get another PCE plus CPI and PPI. So there's a lot of data ahead of us, but you've got to look at the data that happened on Thursday and Friday and go, that's not good. That's not good. How not good was it? Mortgage rates. Mortgage rates had been kind of ranging like 6.7, 6.9, kind of below. And then on Friday, they fell off a cliff. Mortgage rates, 6.4%. They fell 22 basis points in a day. In a day. That is not normal. That is not normal. Again, Why would it fall so quickly? I think the market prices in rate cuts ahead of time. And I think that is a clear sign that the market expects the Fed to cut in September. I don't know. Got some data from actually from Meet Kevin. I like to quote the sources when I get this. Meet Kevin went back and looked at the last 2 times the SOM rule was triggered. One was June of 2001 and one was April of 2008. What happened? In 2001, stocks bottomed 15 months later. Stocks bottomed 15 months. So over a year it took for the stock market to bottom. In 2008, it took 10 months. So there's some fun there, right? If you really the SOM rule triggers and it's like the other times, we have some pain ahead of us. And again, remember the Fed, once they start cutting, it is a rate cutting cycle. So there's expectations for a half in September. There are now people calling for 100 basis points in 2024. Folks, there's only 3 meetings left. So there's going to have to be a 50 basis points in there somewhere. And again, how low or how many cuts will they have by summer of next year? Again, many people are calling for 200 basis points. So buckle up. It's going to be interesting. Now, let's talk about interest rates, specifically mortgage interest rates. Do I think 6.4% is going to unlock demand? It certainly will unlock some. But I am here sticking to my guns that the second half of 2024 is going to be slower than it has to be. I think there's a lot of people still saying, I will wait till after the election. So if mortgage rates get below 6, I might change my opinion. But at this point, I don't think mortgage rates being below 6.5. And let's be clear, if you have decent credit and a solid down payment, you're probably below 6%. Actually, if you're a mortgage broker out there watching it, let us know in the comments below. What could you get somebody with good credit, great credit, 20% down, and say 1 point? I bet you it's in the high 5s. So there's going to be a lot of people getting mortgages in the 5s, which you would not have said last Sunday, right? How quickly the world changes. But I do think, while I don't think demand picks up in a meaningful way, I actually think refinances. I think there's a refinance wave coming. If you are FHA or VA, there are these things called streamlines. FHA streamline, VA streamline. I suspect there are a lot of people looking at it going, hey, I got a VA or an FHA loan at, 7.5. Could I get it at 6.25 today? Probably. I don't know. I think it's worth a phone call. And again, VA and FHA streamlines, as I understand them, again, talk to your mortgage broker. Really, there are no fees or costs or very little to the borrower. So again, I think there's a lot of people going to do refinances. I also think if the economy slows down and rates keep coming in, there's probably a lot of people sitting on equity that maybe do not have the cash reserves for emergencies. And I suspect, I'm guessing, there's a lot of people that are going to do cash out refinances to build up the piggy bank, if you will. So again, lots of things going on in the short. I don't think 6.4 brings back a ton of buyers, but I do think refinances will pick up noticeably. And again, I think we get a report every Wednesday from Mortgage Business Association. We'll see if that is true. What are some other things that happened? We got some news Thursday. Apple beat top line, beat bottom line. Cloudflare beat top and bottom line, raised guidance. Bank of England cut. So Bank of England cut last week. Again, the U.S. did not. What about Warren Buffett? Folks, Warren Buffett is just the man, right? As far as investing goes. What did he do last week? According to some filings, it looks like Warren Buffett has sold roughly 50% of his Apple stake. He has raised his cash portfolio or cash balance to $277 billion. What does Uncle Warren know? Is Uncle Warren calling a top on Apple? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't think that's what he's doing. I think good old Uncle Warren is raising cash because he sees a recession in the future and he is going to go shopping. Yes, folks, I don't think Warren Buffett is done adding to the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. I think he is going to be investing until, that day comes when he moves on to go meet Charlie Munger again. But yeah, I think he's raising his cash balance because he knows he's got a couple of more bullets that he wants to put on the board so he can complete his Berkshire Hathaway painting, as he's talked about many, many times. Chevron, I don't know if you heard this, but it looks like another company is leaving California. Chevron is moving their headquarters to Houston, Texas. Another company leaving California. What else do we got here? Let's talk about the week ahead. Not a lot of important economic metrics. That'll be the following week with inflation. We do get ISM services. What's going on with the services industry on Monday? Wednesday, we get consumer credit. Thursday, of course, we will get initial jobless claims. Again, remember last week, I think they spiked or jumped to 249. Was that a blip? Are we trending back down? It's important to figure out. We got some earnings that I'll be paying attention to. Simon Properties, again, very much a mall REIT. What's going on with malls? Caterpillar, Uber, Yum, Airbnb on Tuesday. Simon Properties was Monday, if I forgot to say that. Wednesday, we'll get Sony, Hilton, and Coca-Cola. And Thursday, Datadog. So again, lots of interesting stuff this week. Just so you know, the tickets are now on sale for our February event, February 15th and 16th in Vegas. We will be bringing many millionaires for you to interact and ask questions. The format of the event will essentially be the same. The presenters will get about 25 to 30 minutes to share a topic, and then there will be 20 to 30 minutes of Q&A. I like to do events different than folks. I don't want people talking at you. I want interaction with the audience. In addition to that, you will have 6 hours of networking opportunity. I am going to feed you 3 times. You will be fed lunch and dinner on day 1, and then you'll be fed lunch again on day 2. Each session will be 2 hours, so you'll have plenty of time to network and meet more folks in our family. One of the things that you'll see about a one rental at a time event is the value is in the group. The value is in the group. You will meet many people, get new friends, relationships. You'll get to interact with everyone. And again, I look forward to it. Again, the first speakers are going to be Lumberjack and his lovely wife, Ashley, rehashing their story of how they get started, how they stay on the same page, and how they built their portfolio. So I look forward to bringing that to you. I'm actually going to go live here again on YouTube at 8 a.m. My 8 a.m. interview canceled. So we're going to go live. We'll answer some Q&A and questions. Hopefully the live works from my computer. I think last week it did not, which was frustrating. But we'll give it a shot here in about 15 minutes. Folks, take care. Have a wonderful day. Later.